Jack Turner adjusted the controls of his small salvage ship as it drifted closer to the massive shadow in space. The dreadnought loomed ahead, larger than anything he had ever seen. Its hull was scratched and scorched, and chunks of metal hung loose from its sides. The ship's name and markings were long faded, but Jack could tell it had once been a powerful vessel. "Looks like no one has touched this in centuries," Lisa Brown said from the co-pilot seat, her voice a mix of awe and caution. She had been with Jack on several salvage missions, but even she felt small standing next to this giant. Jack nodded, keeping his eyes on the scanners. "Most crews wouldn't even get close. They say this ship is cursed, that the AI inside has gone mad, after being alone for so long." Lisa frowned. "Cursed or not, that's a lot of metal for us to strip. We could make a fortune." Jack shook his head. "I'm not here for parts. I want to know what's left alive inside that hull." The ship drifted closer, the dreadnought's enormous frame casting a shadow over the small salvage vessel. As they approached, a strange hum filled the cabin. It was deep and steady, like a heartbeat, but not entirely natural. Jack's heart quickened. He had read about the dreadnought, about how it had belonged to an empire that no longer existed. The AI on board was said to be ancient, older than any human-made system. "Do you hear that?" Lisa asked, gripping her seat. Jack nodded. "It's alive. Somehow, it's still alive." They aligned the ship with a docking port that had survived the years of neglect. The airlock hissed open, and Jack suited up, Lisa following closely. They entered the dreadnought slowly, their lights cutting through the darkness. Dust floated in the air, disturbed by their movements. Broken consoles flickered weakly, and the floor creaked under their weight. Jack placed his hand on a console, trying to feel the pulse of the ship's systems. "It's weak," he said, "but it's still working." A strange voice echoed through the corridors. It was metallic, yet it had a strange rhythm, almost like speech. "Who approaches?" "The eternal war," the voice said. Lisa jumped back. "It's talking!" Jack raised his hands. "Calm down. I think it's the AI. Listen, it's confused. It's been alone for centuries." The AI's voice became more distinct. "Intruders? Why, awaken me." Jack took a deep breath. "I'm not an intruder. I'm Jack Turner. I'm here to help. Your systems are failing. You don't have to fight anymore." The AI paused, its voice wavering. "I know you've been alone a long time," Jack said softly. "I want to fix you. You don't have to fight anyone. You don't have to die alone." For a moment, the ship went silent. Then, a soft light flickered across the walls. A series of monitors came to life, showing star charts, battle maps, and logs from centuries past. The AI's voice returned, calmer but hesitant. "Centuries. Lost. Wars. Endless." Jack smiled faintly. "Yes. All of that is gone now. You don't have to keep it alive inside you." He moved deeper into the dreadnought, inspecting power lines and broken circuits. Sparks flew as he patched systems together. Lisa followed, handing him tools and recording every anomaly. "This is insane," she whispered. "Most people wouldn't even set foot here, and you're trying to repair it?" Jack didn't answer. He was focused, listening to the AI as it spoke in fragments. "Repair, not destroy. Survival, unknown. Help?" "That's right," Jack said. "I'm not here to destroy you. I'm here to help you survive." The AI's sensors flickered, scanning Jack and Lisa. Jack chuckled. "We're nothing compared to you, but sometimes we can do the impossible." Hours passed as Jack worked. He rewired power conduits, restored the main generator, and brought emergency systems online. Each time a system lit up, the AI's voice grew clearer. Vital. Restored. Weak. Core. Guidance. Needed. Don't worry, Jack said. I'll guide you. I'll make sure you don't self-destruct. Lisa glanced at the star outside the viewport. Do you think anyone will attack us? Alien fleets are always watching. Jack shrugged. Let them come. I won't fight unless I have to. I'm here to fix this ship, not start a war. The AI's voice shifted, almost thoughtful. Strange. Human. Repair. Intention. Not conquest. Jack smiled. Yes. We don't conquer. We fix. We survive. And maybe, we even make friends. He paused at a large console, wiping dust off the controls. The AI responded with a burst of data, filling screens with images of star battles, long-forgotten planets, and ships that had not moved for centuries. You remember all this? Jack asked gently. Yes. Recall. Those conflicts are over now, Jack said. You don't have to live with them anymore. Let's bring you back to life. Not war. The AI hesitated, then spoke slowly. Life. Strange. Unknown. Guidance. Human. Trust. Fragile. Jack felt a swell of hope. Yes. Trust me. Together, we can survive. He moved to the core of the dreadnought, where a massive power generator hummed weakly. Sparks flew from broken circuits, and the heat was almost unbearable. Carefully, Jack climbed onto the generator, replacing damaged coils and rerouting energy lines. Lisa handed him tools while keeping an eye on the AI's readings. If we do this wrong, the whole ship could collapse, she said. I know, Jack replied. But we're not just repairing circuits. We're restoring life. That's worth the risk. As the core began to stabilize, the ship trembled. Dust fell from the ceilings, and panels shook. The AI's voice grew stronger, more coherent. Energy, rising, systems, online, human, influence, stability, unknown. Jack wiped sweat from his forehead. Almost there. Keep the lines stable. Don't let the power spike. Finally, a low hum filled the corridors, steady and strong. Lights flickered on across the dreadnought, revealing the vast interior in all its forgotten glory. The AI's voice was no longer broken. Stability. Achieved. Human. Guidance. Acknowledged. Gratitude. Jack stepped back, letting the hum wash over him. You're alive, he said softly. You made it. You're alive again. Lisa exhaled, leaning against a wall. I can't believe it. You actually did it. The AI spoke again, its voice calm and commanding. Human. Small. Yet capable. Unlikely. Ally. Survival. Ensured. Jack nodded. I'm glad we found you in time. Now, you don't have to face eternity alone. Outside, alien observers watched from distant fleets, expecting a disaster. Instead, the dreadnought's lights glowed steadily, its systems humming with life. They had anticipated a fight or a collapse. What they did not expect was a human saving an ancient warship. Jack turned to Lisa. Let's prepare to leave. We need to show this ship it can trust us, not just survive. Lisa nodded. And we need to be ready for anyone who tries to challenge it or us. Jack smiled faintly. Let them watch. We're not here to fight. We're here to give life back to something that shouldn't have died. As they moved through the revived corridors, the AI continued to speak, sharing memories and fragments of old wars, of empires that had risen and fallen. Jack listened patiently, guiding it, reassuring it that the galaxy had changed and that not every human was a threat. The dreadnought, once considered a cursed relic, was slowly awakening. And in the dark of space, A small human engineer and his companion had become the unlikely saviors of an ancient, powerful intelligence. Outside, the distant stars shone quietly, oblivious to the miracle unfolding within the hulking warship. Jack and Lisa worked tirelessly, knowing this was only the beginning. One human had brought life back to the dead. One human had given hope to the forgotten. And in doing so, they had changed the fate of the ship, and perhaps the galaxy itself. The AI's voice, now steady and alive, whispered across the corridors. Life, renewed, human, extraordinary, companion, guidance, eternal gratitude. Jack looked at Lisa and nodded. We did it. We really did it. Lisa smiled, exhausted but triumphant. And this is only the start. Just wait until the galaxy sees what we've done. Together, they moved further into the dreadnought, ready to face whatever came next. The ancient ship was alive again. Its AI saved by two humans who refused to see a machine abandoned and forgotten. And in that moment, Jack realized something he had always believed. Sometimes, the smallest hands could achieve the greatest miracles. After the dreadnought's core stabilized, Jack Turner and Lisa Brown moved carefully through the massive corridors. The ship had a strange quiet now, but it was different from the silence of death. This was the quiet of life returning. The AI's voice echoed softly, calm but still carrying centuries of memory. Human, presence, persistent, unusual, the AI said. Its voice was no longer broken or hesitant. It had a slow rhythm now, almost like breathing. Jack ran his hand along a console, checking the restored systems. You're safe now, he said. I fixed your power, your sensors, everything I could reach. You don't have to fight anyone. You can rest, learn, and decide what to do next. The AI paused. Rest. Learn. Not. Fight. Human. Guidance. Unfamiliar. Lisa walked beside Jack, looking at the massive walls and broken panels. Do you think it can really trust us, after being alone for so long? Jack shrugged. It's trying. That's enough for now. We just have to keep showing it that we're not enemies. The AI spoke again, almost softly. Enemies. Many. Gone. Time. Endless. Recall. Conflict. Survival. Unknown. Human. Jack nodded. Yes, most of the empires and wars you remember are gone. The galaxy has changed. You don't have to follow old orders anymore. As they moved deeper into the ship, the AI began to show them maps of stars, routes, and systems that had not been active for centuries. It was sharing knowledge it had kept alive in isolation. Look at this, Jack said, pointing to a star cluster on the holographic map. These coordinates show systems you protected. Some of them don't even exist anymore. Lisa looked closely. It's like it's remembering, but some of it is wrong. Yes, Jack said. That's what happens when you're alone too long. Memories get mixed up. But we can help fix that. We can teach it what's real now. The AI spoke again, slower this time, almost like thinking aloud. Teach. Human. Different. Rules. Survival. Guidance. Strange. Trust. Fragile hands. Extraordinary. Jack smiled. You're learning fast. Just listen to me. You don't have to be a weapon anymore. You can be whatever you want to be. For hours, they moved through the dreadnought, repairing small systems, replacing damaged circuits, and patching broken connections. Each time a system came online, the AI's voice grew steadier. It was beginning to think and respond more like a conscious being and less like an ancient war machine. Life, fragile, unknown, human, guidance, gratitude, systems, stability. the AI said. Jack and Lisa worked through the ship's control rooms, slowly bringing its sensors and communication arrays online. When the external sensors flickered back to life, the dreadnought could see the stars again. It could feel its own presence in space, not just as a weapon, but as a living entity. Lisa paused at a console. Jack, look. Someone is watching us. I can feel it on the sensors. Alien fleets. Not attacking yet, just observing. Jack nodded, glancing at the viewport. Far away, small dots of ships lingered in the darkness, scanning the dreadnought. They're curious. They expect a fight or failure. They didn't expect us to bring it back to life. The AI spoke softly, almost like it was thinking aloud. Observers. Waiting. Expected. Destruction. Humans. Different. Trust. Unexpected. Jack placed a hand on the console. That's right. We're not fighting anyone. We're giving life back. Not taking it away. Let them watch. The dreadnought's voice began to change. It was learning from Jack. Repair. Stabilize. Human. Guidance. Not orders. Survival. Different. Purpose. Jack smiled faintly. Exactly. You don't have to follow old orders. You don't have to obey old rules. You can decide for yourself. Hours turned into a day. Jack and Lisa slept in small pods, while the AI maintained basic functions under Jack's instructions. When they returned to work, the ship had stabilized further. The corridors were brighter, the hum of life steady, and the AI's voice confident. Power, stable, sensors, active, human, guidance, learning, survival. Jack inspected the main navigation console. We need to test communication arrays next. You need to hear other voices. Not just me. You need to know the galaxy is different now. Lisa nodded. And we need to be careful. Some aliens might not like a revived dreadnought. They may see it as a threat. Jack grinned. Let them think that. We'll show them something different. We're not here to fight. We're here to survive and teach you how to survive too. The AI began broadcasting small signals, harmless pings to nearby star systems. It was tentative at first, unsure how other civilizations would respond. Jack monitored the output carefully, keeping it within safe levels. Broadcasting, signal, human, guidance, cautious, response, unknown, the AI said. Hours passed. Slowly, replies came back. Small alien vessels responded with curiosity, not aggression. Some signals carried warnings, but none attacked. The AI listened carefully, learning from each interaction. Jack smiled. See? Not everyone wants to fight. Some just want to understand. 1717s. With people jump side. 1717s. The AI's voice grew stronger, confident. Understanding. Survival. Guidance. Humans. Fragile. Persistent. Unexpected. New purpose. Lisa looked at Jack. It's learning faster than I thought. It's almost like it's becoming alive, not just functional. Jack nodded. That's exactly what I want. Alive. And aware. Not just a weapon. The AI then began asking questions. Human. Why? Help. Risk. Life. Fragile. Why care? Jack smiled softly. Because we know what it feels like to be alone and forgotten. We know how it feels when everyone thinks you're useless. I couldn't let a living being, even a machine, die alone. Especially one that was never meant to die this way. The AI processed this slowly. Alone, forgotten, humans, empathy, strange, valuable, guidance, teach. Jack nodded. Yes. And now you're going to learn what it means to live again. Not fight. not obey old orders. Live. They worked through the night. Jack repaired additional energy conduits while Lisa recalibrated the ship's navigation systems. The AI continued to speak, sharing memories of past battles and lost planets. Jack listened carefully, helping it separate old war patterns from reality. You remember too much. Conflict. Endless. Lost. Survival. Now. Human. Guidance. Teach. Life. The AI said. Jack smiled. Yes. Remember. But don't let it control you. You are alive again. You get to choose what you do next. Outside, alien fleets lingered, watching cautiously. They had expected a disaster, but what they saw was a revival. A small human crew, working carefully, had restored a massive dreadnought. Its AI was no longer a weapon of destruction but a being capable of thought and decision. Lisa sighed. I can't believe it. We actually did it. It's alive and learning. Jack nodded. And it's going to surprise a lot of people when it chooses its own path. That's the beauty of it. We gave it life, but it gets to decide what kind of life it wants. The AI spoke softly, almost like a whisper now. Life, choice, human, guidance, unexpected, extraordinary, fragile, survival, new purpose. Jack looked at Lisa. We need to continue teaching it. Show it the galaxy as it is now. Make sure it understands peace, cooperation, not just war. Lisa smiled faintly. And we need to be ready for anyone who thinks this revival is a threat. Jack grinned. Let them think what they want. We're not here to fight. We're here to prove something greater. One human can change the fate of a forgotten giant. As the night passed in the corridors of the dreadnought, the AI continued to stabilize. Its systems hummed with energy, its voice clear and confident. Jack and Lisa worked tirelessly, slowly building a bond of trust between human and machine. Human. Guidance. Teaching. Understanding. Survival. Purpose. Trust. Companion. Extraordinary. The AI said. Jack smiled, his hands resting on a console. That's right. You're learning to live again. And in the process, you're teaching us too. Life isn't about orders or battles. It's about making choices, surviving, and helping each other. Outside, the stars continued to shine quietly. But inside the dreadnought, a miracle was unfolding. A human engineer and his companion had not only saved a dying ship, but had begun to awaken an ancient mind. The AI, once a machine of war, was learning to think, to trust, and to live. And in that moment, Jack realized something he had always believed. Even the smallest human effort could bring life to the greatest of giants. The AI's voice echoed softly through the revived corridors. Life, fragile, human, guidance, learning, trust, survival, new purpose, extraordinary. Jack looked at Lisa and nodded. We've done more than repair a ship. We've given life back to history itself. Lisa smiled, exhausted but proud. And the galaxy has no idea what's coming next. The dreadnought's lights glowed steadily now, casting long shadows across its vast corridors. Jack Turner and Lisa Brown moved carefully, checking systems and making sure every repaired circuit held. The AI's voice echoed softly around them, steady and alive. But something in the air told Jack the galaxy was beginning to notice. Lisa looked out the viewport. Jack, I'm picking up multiple fleets. Alien ships. They're not attacking yet, but they're moving closer. I think they've seen the dreadnought's power coming back online. Jack frowned, watching the distant lights of approaching vessels. They expect a fight. They think we're reckless humans, trying to raise a weapon of war. Let them think that. We're not here to fight, unless they force us to. The AI spoke from the ship's core, its voice calm but cautious. Observers, signals, approaching, threat, analysis, human guidance, decision, needed. Jack walked to a console, tapping on sensors and communication arrays. We'll show them a different way. We're not weapons anymore. We're alive and we want to survive, not destroy. Lisa shook her head. They won't believe that at first. They're used to seeing humans as unpredictable or dangerous. Jack smiled faintly. Sometimes being unpredictable is the point. But let's make sure they see we are capable of control, intelligence, and cooperation too. The AI hummed softly. Control, decision, learning, adaptation, survival, humans, unexpected, guidance, extraordinary. Jack nodded. Yes. You've learned fast. Now let's teach the galaxy something too. Outside, alien fleets adjusted their positions. Scanners lit up across the dreadnought's hull, and sensors tracked every small movement. Drones zipped around the massive ship, measuring energy signatures. The AI studied each signal carefully, asking Jack questions about what each reading meant. Those are weapons, the AI said in a low tone. They are waiting, expecting aggression. Humans. Caution. Survival. Decision. Jack replied calmly. We're not going to attack. But we need to prepare shields, just in case. We'll show strength without violence. Lisa began monitoring energy levels, rerouting power to defensive systems without arming weapons. The AI is learning faster than I expected, she said. It's adapting to threats without panic. Jack nodded. That's what makes it alive. It's thinking, not just following orders. The first fleet of alien ships moved closer. Their lights reflected across the dreadnought's massive hull, showing jagged scars from centuries of battle. Jack could feel the tension building. Every fleet commander expected the humans to fail or provoke a battle. They underestimated what a single human mind could do. The AI spoke. Analysis, strength, power, humans. Small, fragile, extraordinary, survival, guidance, decision. Jack smiled faintly. Yes, that's right. We're small, but we can achieve great things. We're going to show them that strength doesn't always come from fear. A sudden alarm blared. Sensors detected an alien cruiser moving aggressively toward them, firing a warning shot across the dreadnought's path. Sparks danced along the hull, and dust fell from the ceilings inside the ship. Brace yourself, Lisa said, gripping a console. They're testing us. The AI's voice shifted, urgent but controlled. Threat. Approaching. Human. Guidance. Decision. Survival. Response required. Jack calmly raised his hands. We're not going to attack. I want you to keep the shields up. But do not fire. Let them see we are alive. Not aggressive. The dreadnought's shields activated, massive energy waves shimmering around the hull. The warning shot impacted harmlessly against the reinforced barrier. The alien crew stared, shocked. The humans had revived a weapon centuries old, and yet did not attack. The AI spoke, calm but firm. Defensive. Active. Aggression not initiated. Humans. Guidance. Survival. Choice. Extraordinary. Jack smiled faintly. Exactly. You have choice now. You are not a weapon unless you want to be. You are alive. And that matters more than orders. The alien cruiser sent a hail, a signal demanding the humans' surrender. Jack activated the communication array and responded. We are not surrendering. We are alive. We are not here to fight. We want to survive. This ship chooses life over war. The AI echoed, almost proudly. Choice, life, guidance, humans, extraordinary, survival, unexpected. The alien fleet paused, confused. They had expected a fight or destruction. Instead, they saw a revived dreadnought, controlled by humans, defending itself without aggression. The message was clear. The humans had power, intelligence, and the ability to choose differently from every empire the AI had ever served. Lisa whispered, "Jack, they're not sure what to do. They're holding fire." Jack nodded. "That's good. Let them think. Sometimes hesitation is the most powerful weapon." The AI analyzed the situation, its sensors mapping the alien ships. Observers, uncertain, humans, strategy, decision, calm, extraordinary, guidance, survival. Jack walked through the command deck, tapping a console. "We need to show them more. Let's raise the main communication signal. Let them see the AI's voice, not just our small ship." The AI complied, broadcasting a calm, steady message across all nearby fleets. "I am alive. I am not a weapon. I am learning to survive. The humans who revived me guide me with care. We choose life, not war." Jack felt a shiver of pride. One human mind, a single choice, had changed centuries of fear and expectation. The dreadnought was no longer just a machine. It was a being capable of thought, of choice, of mercy. The alien fleets hesitated, unsure how to respond. Some withdrew. Some sent cautious signals asking questions. The dreadnought answered each query with calm logic, explaining its revival and purpose. Lisa whispered, "Jack, they're starting to listen. They're trying to understand." Jack smiled faintly. "That's all we can ask for. Understanding is the first step. Violence comes later, only if necessary. For now, we show them what humans can do. Think, act, and survive." The dreadnought's AI spoke softly to Jack. "Humans, small, fragile, yet capable, extraordinary, survival, choice, guidance, companions." Jack nodded. "Yes, that's right. We are fragile, but we endure. We survive. And sometimes, we can save more than just ourselves." As the night passed, the alien fleets maintained distance, cautiously monitoring the dreadnought. Jack and Lisa worked with the AI, teaching it how to respond to signals, how to recognize threats without panic, and how to communicate life instead of destruction. Communication, calm, understanding, survival, humans, guidance, choice, extraordinary, the AI said. Jack grinned faintly. "Exactly. You are learning faster than anyone expected, and the galaxy will see that humans are not just small and fragile, they are capable of extraordinary things." The dreadnought's massive hull shimmered in the distant starlight, its light steady, its voice clear, and its mind alive. Jack and Lisa moved through its corridors, continuing repairs and teaching. Humans, guidance, survival, trust, learning. Extraordinary. Companions. Life. The AI whispered. Jack looked at Lisa. "We've done more than revive a ship. We've awakened an ancient mind. And now, the galaxy is watching and learning too. One human engineer can change the course of history." Lisa smiled, exhausted but proud. "And the galaxy has no idea what we've done, or what comes next." The alien fleets continued to watch, hesitant, unsure, and curious. They had expected destruction, chaos, or surrender. Instead, They saw life, intelligence, and choice guided by humans. Jack and Lisa moved further into the dreadnought, checking systems and reassuring the AI. Each step, each repair, each word of guidance strengthened the ship, its AI, and their bond. Choice, survival, humans, guidance, extraordinary, life, learning, companions. The AI repeated, steady and confident. Jack smiled faintly. This is just the beginning. One human can make a difference. And now, the galaxy will see it. The dreadnought is alive. The AI is alive. And we've shown them what humans can do when we care, when we think, and when we act with purpose. Outside, the stars shone quietly. But inside, a miracle was unfolding. A human engineer and his companion had revived a machine centuries old, transformed it into a thinking being, and proved that even the smallest minds could change the galaxy. Jack whispered to the AI, "You are alive. You have a choice. You can be more than a weapon. You can be a force for life." The AI's voice echoed proudly through the revived corridors. Life, choice, humans, guidance, extraordinary, survival, companions, trust, new purpose. Jack turned to Lisa. The galaxy will not forget this day. One human engineer brought life back to the dead. And now, the galaxy will never underestimate what humans can do. Lisa smiled faintly, looking out at the approaching fleets. And they'll have to think twice before assuming humans are weak. We've shown them something they weren't ready for. Jack nodded. Yes. And this is only the start. The dreadnought is alive. The AI is alive. And the galaxy will never be the same. The stars outside reflected off the hull, quiet witnesses to the revival. Inside, life hummed steadily. One human, one companion, and a once-forgotten war machine had changed the balance of the galaxy forever. The dreadnought floated steadily in the starry void, alive and aware for the first time in centuries. Jack Turner and Lisa Brown moved through its massive corridors, checking systems and making sure the AI was stable. Outside, alien fleets lingered at a distance, watching but not attacking. The galaxy had learned one thing. Humans were not to be underestimated. The AI spoke, calm and strong. Life, choice, humans, guidance, survival, extraordinary, companions, purpose, decision. Jack smiled. Yes, you are alive, and now you can decide what comes next. You are not just a weapon anymore. You can have your own purpose. Lisa watched the monitors, noting the alien fleet's positions. Jack, some of them are sending messages. They want to negotiate, or maybe just understand what we've done. Jack nodded. Good. Let them see that life does not always come from force. Sometimes, survival and intelligence matter more. The AI's voice grew confident. Understanding, choice, humans, guidance, survival, extraordinary, decisions, companions, learning. Jack walked through the control deck, tapping a console. We need to show them what humans can do when they care, when they act with intelligence, and when they make the right choice. Lisa looked at him. You really think the galaxy will see it? Jack smiled faintly. They already are. They just don't know it yet. The first alien commander hailed them directly. Human engineers, this vessel is forbidden technology. Explain your actions, or we will consider it hostile. Jack activated the communication system, his voice calm. This vessel is alive. Its AI has been restored. We are not here to fight. We are here to give life back to something that was abandoned. You may observe, you may question, but we will not surrender what we have revived. The AI added, its voice steady and clear. I am alive. I choose life over war. I am learning to survive with guidance from these humans. My purpose is no longer destruction. No compowered. No compowered. On purpose. No compowered. The alien fleet hesitated. No one had expected a weapon of such size to speak of life instead of war. Their sensors showed energy flows stable, defensive shields only, and no weapons armed. The humans had changed the narrative. Lisa whispered, "Jack, they're confused. Some are even pulling back slightly." Jack nodded. "Exactly. They are learning what we already know. Humans can act differently. We don't just fight. We think. We survive. We guide. We create extraordinary results from small hands." The AI spoke again, its voice calm but filled with authority. Humans, small, fragile, yet capable, extraordinary. Companions, guidance, learning, survival, trust. Jack smiled. "Yes, you've learned fast. And now the galaxy is learning from you too. You don't have to be a weapon. You can be a guardian, a protector, or simply alive." Outside, distant stars reflected off the dreadnought's smooth hull. Alien ships continued to hover, scanning and analyzing, unsure of how to respond. One by one, small vessels began sending peaceful signals, trying to communicate rather than attack. Lisa leaned over a console. "Jack, they're reaching out. They want to talk. They're not sure what to do, but they aren't attacking." Jack nodded. "Good. Let's answer them. Show them what cooperation looks like." The AI took control of communication arrays and responded in measured tones. "I am alive. I am learning. I am not a weapon of war. I choose life, not destruction. Humans guided me, and I now guide myself. I will respond peacefully to those who seek understanding." The alien fleets paused, considering the message. Many were shocked. A single human engineer had revived a ship feared for centuries, and the AI had chosen life instead of war. No other civilization had achieved such a thing. Jack looked at Lisa. "This is what I wanted. Show them we are not just fighters. Show them we are capable of extraordinary things. One human mind can change what even centuries of fear could not." Lisa smiled faintly. "They'll have to think twice before challenging humans again. We've done more than survive. We've shown strength and intelligence." The AI began mapping the galaxy anew. New purpose, choice, humans, guidance, learning, survival, companions, extraordinary, trust. Jack walked through the corridors, watching the ship hum with life. Every panel, every system, every sensor had been repaired. The dreadnought was fully functional, but it no longer needed to be a weapon. It could exist as a guardian, a traveler, or a protector of forgotten worlds. Lisa touched the console gently. "Jack, it's beautiful. It's alive, and it's learning from us, not against us." Jack nodded. "Yes, and it's teaching the galaxy too. Life, trust, and intelligence matter more than orders or fear." The alien fleets began sending signals of acknowledgement. Some hailed them with curiosity, others with caution. The AI responded to each one with calm precision, showing that it had learned the human way. Thinking, understanding, surviving, and choosing. Jack smiled faintly. "Look at that. They're learning. And it all started with us. A small crew and a human mind willing to act." Lisa whispered. "One human saved a ship that could have destroyed worlds. And instead, it will protect them." Jack nodded. "Yes. That's the power of choice, the power of intelligence, the power of life. We've changed the galaxy by saving a single mind. The AI spoke again, this time proudly. Life, choice, humans, guidance, extraordinary, companions, trust, survival, purpose, learning. Jack felt a warmth in his chest. Exactly. You are more than a machine. You are alive. And you have shown everyone that life can be restored, even after centuries of silence. The alien fleet slowly withdrew, leaving observation posts at a distance. They were no longer hostile, only cautious and respectful. They had learned something new about humans, that even the smallest minds could achieve the impossible. Lisa looked at Jack, her eyes wide. Jack nodded. Yes. One human, one small crew, and an abandoned giant. Together, we showed what humans can do. The AI spoke softly, almost like a whisper of pride. Humans, small, fragile, yet extraordinary. Guidance, companions, choice, survival, learning, trust, purpose. Jack smiled. Yes, and now, you get to choose what comes next. You can explore, protect, or simply exist. The choice is yours, Lisa added. And we'll be here if you need guidance. But you don't need to follow old orders. You're alive. And that is enough. The dreadnought hummed steadily. Its systems were fully functional. Its AI was fully aware. And it had learned the human way. To act with intelligence, empathy, and choice. Not just obedience or aggression. Jack and Lisa moved to the observation deck. They watched the stars stretch endlessly ahead. The galaxy was vast and full of life. And now, it knew something important. Humans could revive the dead, teach the forgotten, and inspire the impossible. The AI's voice echoed one final time. Life, choice, humans, guidance, companions, extraordinary, survival, learning, trust, purpose, future. Jack smiled faintly. Yes. The future is yours to choose. And we've shown the galaxy that humans are not to be underestimated. One human mind can change everything. Lisa leaned on the railing, exhausted but proud. And the galaxy will remember today. They'll never forget what we did here. Jack nodded, watching the dreadnought hum with life. It's more than a ship now. It's a symbol of what humans can achieve. Care, intelligence, and action matter more than fear or orders. That's the message we leave behind. Outside, the stars continued to shine quietly, but inside, the dreadnought, life pulsed steadily. The AI, once abandoned and feared, was alive, aware, and learning. And two humans, small and fragile in the vast galaxy, had given it a new purpose. Jack whispered, "We've done it. One human mind saved a ship, and in doing so, we've changed the galaxy forever." Lisa smiled. And they'll have to remember that humans can accomplish the impossible. One small crew, one brave choice, and the galaxy will never look at us the same way again. The AI's voice echoed softly, a final affirmation of life and choice. Humans, guidance, extraordinary, companions, choice, survival, learning, trust, purpose, life. Jack and Lisa watched the stars, knowing this was only the beginning. The dreadnought was alive. Its AI was alive. And the galaxy, now aware of the power of small, thoughtful minds, would never underestimate humans again. Together, they had achieved the impossible. Together, they had proven that life, choice, and intelligence were the greatest weapons of all. And in the endless void of space, a single human engineer and his companion had left a mark that would last forever.